Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. We have come to the point where we are about to say goodbye to this lovely mini catalog that for us was actually August through December, and some things are already selling out. So some things are on the last chance list, meaning as they sell out, they will not be replaced. But let me go ahead and show you some of the things that are retiring, and I'm also going to show you samples that I have made throughout the catalog so that you can get some ideas for how to use it if you don't already own it and want to get it before it goes away, or if you have it and haven't used it yet. So this is one of the first ones. This is the Strong of Heart. It is retiring. It's the Make a Difference set. I think it's going to be really great for Valentine's Day. I haven't used it enough, but I think it's beautiful. And so I think it would be really good with some of the Daffodil Afternoon paper that's coming in January. So in the celebration. So I think it'd be great with that. So you might want to pick that up. There's nothing on that page. The whole Frosted Gingerbread bundle suite is going away. So that means the pillow box dies are going to carry over, but pretty much everything on this page except for the craft paper, the red ribbon, and the pillow box dies is going away. So if you love that suite, you haven't seen it here because I didn't buy it, but if you have that suite, you want to get that. This Sweet Treat set is going away. The craft gift boxes are going to carry over though, which is pretty great because I intend to get some of those and see what I can make with those. This Merry Snowflake set is going away, including the dies. The Stars Are Shining set is going away, but the punch will remain. That is carrying over. Great Tidings, both the stamp set and the dies are going away. Over here, Christmas season is continuing, but it is going to be unbundled in the future. So if you want that 10% discount on that, you want to pick it up now. Christmas to Remember is also carrying over, but it will be unbundled as well. The Gold Holly Leaves will be carrying over. The Cherry Cobbler is retiring, but this beautiful paper is carrying over. So let me show you a couple samples that I have made using the Christmas season stamp set. So this idea is one that was shared on Demonstrator Planning Place, which is our group for demonstrators all around the world where we can share. And who made it? This, I have her name here somewhere. When I find it, I will tell you. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, Angela Meyer is the one who came up with this one. So here it is, nice and simple and beautiful and elegant. And then if you want to step it up a little bit, here it is again. Elegant, beautiful. Now there's no sentiments in this one, so I stole the season's greetings from another stamp set. But then this is the ultimate Stamped Up if you want to add an embossing folder to the back and the gems and stuff. So those are 3 variations of that card. Let me set that aside. And then this is a beautiful card where it's a smaller panel and I stamped around it and then embossed it and then gave my sentiment on top. And this is a variation of the same thing. I believe I did a video on these, but I'm not entirely positive. But these are carrying over into the annual catalog next year, everything except for that bow. So know that if you want it bundled, you got to get it right now before the end of December. Let's see, let's continue with the catalog and see what else is next. That's more in depth of that. Our Words of Cheer stamp set is going away. Now this one's really cool because it has this, let's see, vertical and horizontal dies that say happy and cheer on them, and I think that's pretty cool actually. But they're both going away, and Snow Wonder is going away, and currently the Snow Time dies are 20% off if you maybe picked up the stamp set before but now want to add the dies to it. You can get those for 20% off, which is better than the bundled deal. And then over here we have Christmas Cloche, which is retiring, both the stamp set and the dies. And then over here, this one is one of the ones that I love the most. It's encircled in warmth. And what I love about it is that 4 of them can be done in circles. So let me show you a couple of samples of that. So you can use circle dies, you can use circle punches, you can use different shapes that are, interesting shapes, but have room for words all centered in this kind of manner. So here's that card, and here's You Warm My Heart in a nice big one, which is a fun card. That's a nice fun fold. And then these are, that's retired ribbon, but if you buy cherry cobbler ribbon off the clearance rack, which there's plenty of great stuff on the clearance rack, it will always match all the cherry cobbler paper that comes out forevermore. So there it is on this one. This is a one sheet wonder that I learned somewhere along the line and never had the chance to share with you. Maybe I will do a video on that. But these are the sentiments from that Encircled in Warmth stamp set, which I think is a fabulous one. And then we have this Warm Christmas Wishes with a interesting fold, super fun fold for that one. So that's the kind of card you make for somebody really special on your card list. So let me set those aside and we'll continue with our tour. And then over here, the Whimsical Trees and the bundle are retiring. This pink Blushing Bride frayed ribbon is already sold out. The only thing carrying over on this page are the wonderful snowflakes that are iridescent foil. This paper has already sold out, so that is already gone. So you can't even get that now before the end of December. So that's what I'm saying. If you want something, go ahead and get it. This Peaceful Deer bundle will carry over, but it will be unbundled in the future. Last I checked, which was like 2 days ago, it was not orderable because they're, you know, supply chain, blah, 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 supply chain. So it's not orderable yet. But over here we have Happy Holidays, and that is retiring, both bundled and the punch, I believe. And then we have Snow Buddy Better retiring. Real Red Ribbon, the Real Red Sheer Ribbon is retiring. That's the kind of thing that I would pick up because Real Red Ribbon is going to match Real Red next year and the year after that and the year after that. So if you can get it at a discount, pick it up, and it's 15% off right now. Then we have Be Jolly, this cute little Santa Claus. If you're somebody who likes to color, this is a fun one for you. Now, this is one that I did not pick up, but you know, some people love it because it has a variety of different Christmas sentiments on it so that you can mix and match it with different papers that you might collect over time. I find that I pick up plenty of Christmas sentiments along with other stamp sets that I pick up, so I had no need for this one. Over here, the Sweet Little Stockings. I love this set. I bought it solely so I can make some stuff for my mother and my brother who have new puppies this year. But I haven't shown it to you yet because I haven't made anything with it yet. That is retiring. The felt is retiring, the matte dots are retiring, the Pool Party ribbon I think is already sold out, and the Sweet Stocking paper is retiring. So if you want any of that, pick it up. If you are an animal lover, that might be one that you want to add to your collection. Now, Delivering Cheer is another set that is going away. This one I had a great time with. I loved coloring it. So let me show you some of my samples with that. So this one is a variation of it. Let's see if there's a glare going on. Okay, that's pretty good. And then here is another one. And then this paper is also retiring from this catalog. Here's another one on watercolor paper. And there is the lady carrying the presents with, let's see, alcohol markers. And then this was the celebration paper and also on watercolor paper. And that was a fun set to play with. I really enjoyed that set. The brushed metallic 12 by 12 paper is carrying over. The Penguin Place is carrying over, but it will be unbundled. So I love this one. I did a few videos about it before, but I think all my videos included the celebration paper, so I don't have any of those right here to show you because it included celebration paper, so that is already gone. Now for this one, the Knit Together background stamp is carrying over, but the bundle is obviously retiring because this die right here is going away altogether. Then the candy canes are retiring. The red and green foil sheets are retiring, and they are 20% off right now. Then we have Peaceful Cabin bundle, and sad to say that this entire bundle is retiring. The only thing carrying over is the snowy white velvet sheets, which I've been told are fantastic, but I didn't pick up any. The timber embossing folder is carrying over, which is pretty awesome, so you can get that later. And the white glittered organdy ribbon is carrying over, but all of this is going away. So that's sort of sad to see. And then we have our Arctic Bears who are retiring. And what I loved about this was they were different than, you know, most other stamp sets that I've seen on the market. I've never seen anything like this one. So I was tempted to pick it up just because it's so unique from everything else out there. Then we have the Bright Baubles stamp set, which is nice, big, stamps so that you can cover a lot of ground on your card without multiple stamps. But this one is retiring both the dies and the stamp set. The For Unto Us, which is your religious stamp set, religious Christmas stamp set, is retiring, along with the red velvet paper pack, which is the same thing as the white velvet, but the red velvet is retiring. Then over here we have Angels of Peace retiring. The Merry Melody 3D embossing folder is carrying over, which is fantastic. I'm super excited about it. I used that on this one right here, so this is a nice little fun fold, and on this one I did my layers and I embossed them with the Tasteful Textures embossing folder, and then on this side I did the Melody one, so that's a fun one that's carrying over. And then we have Merriest Moments, and this one is a fabulous set, and it has a hybrid embossing folder, which means it cuts and embosses at the same time, and it is carrying over, but it will not be bundled when it carries over. So let me show you a few things from that set. So for this one, I made the tuck card. You probably saw the video where I did the tuck card and used the sentiment from this and some of the stamps around the edge for him. And then this idea came from, let's see, who I have to figure out who it came from. But this is vellum on the back. It's embossed and then stamped and cut out, and then in pink again. I think who it's from is inside one of these packages and will take me out. Anyway, it's an idea from another demonstrator. So there's another variation. So all of these I did in pink, or she did in pink and white. And then I did the same thing in pink and white because her ideas were so beautiful. So there's a few ideas for how it is meant to be cut. And I think it looks beautiful. I can't wait to play with that one. That is my main Christmas set this year because I just think it's so beautiful. Then we have Beauty of Tomorrow. This stamp set is retiring. The gold vellum is retiring. The ephemera pack is retiring. The gold ribbon is carrying over, and the Blackberry Beauty paper is retiring. So let me show you some ideas from that is going away. So this is just using the stamp set with one of our Beauty of the Earth paper that is in our annual catalog. And then I think I did the Happy Thanksgiving one live, or not live, but on YouTube for you. And then here is another variation with this paper. So it's sort of fun fold, but it's a nice healing thoughts. This one is the same thing, just turned a different direction with a grateful heart, but that's the paper from the suite. And then this stamp and the paper are both from the suite. And then this one is the simple one from the suite, where it's just super simple and easy to make a beautiful card with it. And then this one is an interesting card that sits up like this. Those are just my notes on how I made it on the back. So that one is a beautiful card to send to somebody, and then they can set it on their mantle or something like that. So those are some cards that came from that suite. And then let's see, continuing on. Then we have Welcoming Woods retiring. We have Gorgeous Leaves and the bundle of dies retiring. Every year we come out with a leaf set, so I resisted the urge to buy this set as much as I loved it. But if you don't have a leaf set, this is a great one to purchase because it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then we have Pretty Pumpkins, which is retiring along with the dies. I have the stamp set. I bought it because I love If Friends Were Pumpkins, I'd Pick You. So I've used that several times. And I've used these pumpkins right here several times. But I haven't used it enough to really warrant the money that I spent on it yet. So I got to make some stuff with that one. And then over here we have Nuts About Squirrels. This one is carrying over, believe it or not. I liked it. I love the I Hope You're Feeling Bright-Eyed and Bushy-Tailed and Nuts About You. I think that's super cute. But it is carrying over, so you can pick that one up at another time. I guess it'll be in the annual catalog. Then we have Cutest Halloween, which is retiring, and the Halloween Punch. The Halloween Punch is currently 50% off. Then we have the, let's see, the Tombstone Treat Boxes are retiring. The cute adhesive sequin stars are retiring, but the black and white gingham is carrying over, and the Halloween paper is retiring, which is not a surprise. Then over here we have Frightfully Cute, which is another really cute Halloween set. If you don't have a Halloween set one, I would recommend this one. I really, really like this one, but I have a bunch of Halloween sets and I don't have a lot of itty bitties. There's the tombstone treat boxes if you didn't know what they look like. Then over here, Clever Cats. I only actually ended up making one card with that one for my college daughter, but I love this stamp set. I am still going to be using this stamp set even though it is retiring. I think it's lovely. Then we have 12 by 12 black glitter paper that is retiring. And then we have this beautiful Nature's Harvest bundle. Now, Nature's Harvest is carrying over, and it's carrying over as a bundle. The Time Worn 3D and Time Worn type is carrying over. The ribbon, the cork, and the paper are all retiring, but the brushed metal metallic adhesive back dots is carrying over, so that's cool. So let me show you some ideas with that. So I used the whole suite on these, but just the paper is what's being retired. Everything else you'll still be able to get, but I think that's a beautiful card. And then the paper background on this one is a beautiful card. And for this one, this is just the seam binding, and I used my alcohol ink marker to color the seam binding. Then another tuck card, but with the pattern paper on that one. And then this one I made on camera, and there's the pretty paper in the background. Again with the pretty paper going away. More pretty paper going away, but that it's a nice subtle background, but we'll have something else that you can do that with. But the rest of this paper, I just think it's so beautiful, and I'm sad to see it go because I really liked that paper pack, but at the same time they'll come out with a new one next year for me, right? That's what I tell myself. But I did love it, so use it up if you haven't already gotten it. But if you don't already have it and you want to get a kickstart on next year's fall cards, you could do them now in the spring. So that's the stamp set that goes with it. And then this one is Heartfelt Wishes, and it is retiring, which makes me sad because I love the font on this and I love the length of it. So this is one of the cards that I made with it. And it's just a nice, beautiful font, and it has more than Christmas. You can do cheers and happiest holidays and sending love and gratitude. I don't have any of those, but I do have this card that you all saw me make, and there it is in 3 colors. Now, again, this paper is sold out, but you can use any other colors or Christmas paper and do the same thing with that, and it makes for a nice, fast Christmas card. So I think that sentiment is fantastic. I love that stamp set. And the Heartwarming Hugs, we've had it for 2 years now, but it is retiring this year. So this is the year it's going away. Our Sparkle of the Season is retiring along with the dies. And Little Delights is retiring along with the star-crossed embossing folder. Gotta be honest, I did not like that embossing folder, so it's like the only embossing folder in here that I didn't buy. Reflected in Nature, I loved this set, and I was so tempted to get it on so many orders because it's just unique. I love a unique stamp set that doesn't come along every day, that's not like everybody else's. But it is retiring, and it's only 20 bucks, so you might want to consider that one, especially for your masculine cards. Time of Giving is going away. It is retiring. The Wonderful Gems are retiring. The Thinking, Thanks, and Peace is retiring. The Well Defined is retiring. And our Joyful Life one is retiring. So those are all going away. And then over here we have our Festive and Bright, which is the one with the cool dies that go down the side like this, is going away. It is retiring. And then, so that is all of, I've already gone over the dies. So let me flip to the back here and show you the host set. These 2 host sets are going away, and I have several of this guy to show you. I did make a card for one of those on video, but here, and I think this is the one I made on the video, but there is another variation of all the types of things. Any straight little sentiment, and you could make this card in any sentiment, but over and over, and monochromatic with one ink pad, one pattern, or one color of ink pad, the same color in cardstock, and then white cardstock, and whatever sentiment straight line. You can make that a million different ways. And the same thing with watercolor pencils, and then using the background stamp and a little line across it, and then another more watercolory simple card there. And then this one, I just used the backgrounds and then used a different sentiment altogether to make a happy birthday card. And then I did this one on film for you guys. And then these two, and I absolutely love this card. This is a Brandy Cox card. So those are some, but you would have to put in a $150 order in order to get those, either of those as host benefits, okay? So now coming in the spring catalog, we have the Eden's Garden stamp set, but this paper is going away. So remember that ends at the end of December. So if you love this paper, then you need to get it before December is over. And one more to show you. This one, this idea came from Kay Kaltoff. Yes, and it's the paper that is gone. It is retiring and is now sold out because it was such pretty paper, but I just think those are so beautiful. So if you have not already made something with these papers, I would encourage you to make these. I think they're so gorgeous. So anyway, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed some card ideas to go with things that are retiring so that you can make up your mind of cards that you want to duplicate and set aside. One more thing, if I only had the choice to buy one or two sets from this catalog, these are the two that I would pick, in all honesty. And neither of them have dies that go with them, but this one I would pick because you can always use circle punches, circle punches, circle dies, interesting shaped dies will all fit around this, and that doesn't come along very often. And it's a nice, like 4 different fonts here, and then you have that nice long one that is easy to cut into a rectangle. So I think this one is a set to add to your library if you are trying to build Christmas sentiment. If you're trying to build a library and you want something that's going to be timeless and useful for many years to come, I would pick this set. And the other set I would pick is this Heartfelt Wishes, because it has Thanksgiving, and you can even use it for Valentine's Day and Christmas, and you can even do New Year's with it. So, and I just think the font is elegant and timeless, and this is a stamp set that you could use 100 different ways over the coming years. So these are the two that I would add to my library if I could only pick 2 from the mini catalog to add to my library. So I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. I'm trying to come with daily inspiration for you and how to use your supplies, and I would love to have you join me. So please subscribe and like if you have not already. Thanks. Bye.